All right, so let's talk about the elephant in the room. Brand trips. You know those dreamy vacations where content creators are sipping cocktails by the pool while casually posting #ad. That's the goal, right? But here's the thing, tagging a brand once or twice or even thrice and then crossing your fingers isn't gonna get you there. Babe, it's 2025. And the game has completely changed. So in today's video, I am spilling the tea once again on how people are landing these trips and how you can land yourself on a private plane, heading to a private island. And this is coming from someone who's been on 2 brand trips herself. Now, I don't want to give it all away or you won't watch the rest of this video, but spoiler alert, it's about being strategic, borderline obsessive, and playing the long game. So let's get into it. Okay, so first things first, you have to stop treating brands like situationships. You know when a guy likes you, or maybe he just wants to smash, so he starts liking all of your posts, starts replying to all of your stories, and then as soon as you turn him down, all of that completely stops. That's what I'm talking about. A lot of creators are doing this with brands. Majority of brands do brand trips either in the spring or in the fall. So what a lot of creators will do is they'll start to tag or spam like the brand. Did my earring just pop up? Anywho, so what a lot of people do during this time is they'll try to spam the brand, hoping to get noticed and think, oh, they won't know that I haven't been tagging them for the last year and a half. I just need to hurry up and tag them right now. I would hate to break this to you. No, you wouldn't. Okay, you're right. I'd love to break this to you, but brands are kind of like that hot guy in undergrad on Instagram. They have options. I'm talking hundreds, thousands even. So they don't have to accept the small little crumbs of attention that you're giving them. Some of you may not know this, but I used to be a social media manager, so here's exactly what you need to know. Brands don't just want love, they want loyalty. They're not looking for these one-night stands. They are looking for these ambassadors who are ride or die. And that's where a lot of people mess up. It's not about a one-time tag. It's about showing up again and again and again in multiple forms until your name is burned into their brains. This is exactly why I tell a lot of my mentees only accept affiliate commissions or only accept brand deals from brands that you want to work with long term. I don't want to give you guys a false sense of progress, so think of it like this. Every time you tag a brand and then do nothing else, it is a misconnection. So you're essentially starting from ground zero every single time, thinking that you're getting somewhere, but what you're actually doing is giving yourself a false sense of success. If you haven't been hyping them up all year long, why would they fly you out to Bali? But if you're consistently in their orbit, commenting, DMing, asking questions, sharing their stuff, then you're just not a regular follower. At that point, you become family. And that's exactly what you want, so let's talk about how we can get you there. Now, no one's gonna tell you this, so let me. I don't care how much your audience loves a brand. That selling point alone is never gonna get you on a brand trip. Look at the latest Tarte brand trip. There was a bunch of people online saying, how did that creator get on there? Because it's not about that. It's about the brand loving you as a creative. And that means doing a lot of work behind the scenes. So here's what your favorite influencer is doing that they won't tell you. 1, they are in communication with the brand regularly. Not like a weirdo, but enough for the brand to know your name and know that you're invested in their missions. And at this point, you're probably wondering, what the hell do I say to them? Ask them questions about a new product launch. If you're constantly promoting a brand, 9 times out of 10, your audience will come to you instead of the brand with any type of comments or complaints that they may have. Forward those on over to the brand. Check out their posts. If they messed up something on their post, be the one to catch it and be like, hey guys, by the way, you messed up on X. 2, we're going to respond when the brand engages with our post. If they like your story, reply back. I'm so glad you guys saw this. Or you could say something that points out a new feature. I love this new feature. I love this new product. I am obsessed. The one thing I don't want you guys to do is to pitch yourself in the comments. You're just going to respond back to the brand like you would respond back to anybody else. 3, you're going to create content that highlights their product without even being asked. Before I was a Stan ambassador, I was posting about Stan at least once a month. So just steal what I did, add that to your content strategy, talk about the brand at least 1 to 2 times a month. Organically. A lot of my mentees with smaller accounts always ask me, how do I get PR? This is how these smaller creators are getting PR. And getting PR is like step 1 of the whole process. Another thing you can do is give feedback via email. Identify one point of contact that you can start an ongoing relationship with. If you have a question about their app, a suggestion about their product, or a compliment, you want to send it to this one point of contact. The goal here is simple. You want the brand to think of you when they're putting together their brand trip list. You want to give them that feeling of like, oh, I know exactly who we need, or oh, this trip will not be the same if we don't have insert your name. And trust me, this is not going to happen if you're a stranger sliding into their DMs or in their comments saying, hey, can you sponsor me? By the way, if you feel shy about cultivating these relationships, don't worry, I've got you covered. I've created a freebie for you down in the comments that's going to break down this strategy even more. You can grab it from my Stan store. The link is in the description. Let's get back to it. Here's another spicy take. Most people think that only creators with over 100K followers land on brand trips. But no, it's not just numbers. Like I keep telling you, it's about relationships. One of my amazing mutuals landed her first brand trip with Topicals with only 3,500 followers in one social media platform. And once I got invited on a trip before a creator with double the amount of following that I have. Honestly, I was so confused and my nosy ass had to ask. And here's what the social media rep that was on the brand trip told me. The decision to invite certain creators was not 100% based off a follower count or even audience engagement. And I'm not gonna cap, they did have some creators with over 1 million followers. But out of 30 creators that were invited on this trip, there were only 2 or 3 of those. The reason why the other 20 some odd creators were there was because the brand noticed we were talking about them to our audience organically. We established some kind of relationship with somebody at the company for months or even years before they even had the idea to create a brand trip. And then 3, which is something I teach you guys about all the time, is that none of our content could be replicated by somebody else. We all had that uniqueness or that secret sauce that they enjoyed. I know a lot of y'all want to play all mysterious, but listen, baby, mysterious does not get you on brand trips. So it's exactly what you're going to do to get all the fun and the free stuff. Identify 3 to 5 brands that you are genuinely obsessed with. Think about the brands that you can't make content without. 2, you are going to engage consistently. Comment, share, DM. We're not going the obsessed, crazed fan route. We're thinking more so like a colleague. And this doesn't need to be all love notes. Keep it real, keep it genuine. Even if there's an aspect of the brand that you don't like, feel free to mention it. 3, make organic content for them regularly without expecting anything in return. When you least expect it, that's exactly when you get the PR, babes. And then 4, track your interactions so you can reference them when you're pitching or replying to their DMs. And use names when you can. Last week, I spoke to Ashley about X. All right, so let's get all psychological for a second. Humans are wired to remember people who make them feel something. And brands, they're ran by humans. So if you're just another person tagging them, you're forgettable. But if you're the person hyping them up, engaging, and creating content that just blows them away, now you're unforgettable. Let's go back to our dating example. You want the brand to feel like they're lucky to have you on a trip, not like you're lucky to be there. So now that you know what it takes to land you one of these trips, let me give you some insight on what it's like to actually be there. And don't get me wrong, it's so much fun, but it's not really like all vacation vibes. If you've ever traveled for work, you get this. Everyone thinks it's so cool to travel from work until you're the one traveling. And brand trips are kind of like that. So you're not just lounging by the pool sipping mojitos all day. Essentially, you're a hired employee for this trip, and there are schedules, there's events, there's expectations, there's mandatory things that you have to do, and there is a ton of content that you have to film. Think about batch filming content for 4 or 5 days straight. That's exactly what it's like. On average, based off of your contract, and this could vary by brand, but at the minimum that you need to create are at least 3 videos per day, depending on how long you're there. Now, most of the content doesn't need to necessarily be posted until after you leave, but imagine the week after your trip, you are just glued to your computer, pushing out content from the trip while also at the same time having to post your regular content. And this doesn't include any content that the brand wants to film for themselves. Brands usually have group activities or dinners they consider mandatory because they want all of their ambassadors to mingle and be friends. It's also a great way for them to catch some B-roll and to catch some candid shots for themselves. And usually you'll have between 2 or 3 mandatory things that you have to do per day. Now, sometimes there is content that needs to be approved by the brand while you're actually on the trip. And that means editing in your hotel room instead of lounging by the pool. And don't get me wrong, there's free time to enjoy, but if you think this is a full-on leisure trip, girl, think again. So yes, while the trip is free, you're earning it with your time and your creativity. If you're ready to stop tagging brands and ready to start strategizing, I've got something special for you. Like I said earlier, I put together a freebie that breaks down exactly how you're going to do this step by step. So just head to my Stan store and grab it. Fair warning, this is not for the lazy. I don't want you to read this, apply it for a week and a half and say, Brianna, your tips don't work. And if you're sitting here thinking like, wow, this is a lot of work, babe, yes it is. But it'll be 1,000% worth it when you're sipping that strawberry daiquiri on an island on somebody else's dime. Per usual, let me know if you have any questions about anything that I went over today, and I got you. And if you made it this far and haven't subscribed yet, what are we doing here, babes? Go ahead and subscribe. Love you. Bye.